again, this is Fernando Lopez. Glad to be back with you. Enjoying this nice weather that we have here in Texas right now. I wanted to, again, talk a little bit more specifically. I know I have mentioned this already in other videos, but I get a lot of questions, and there's been a lot of issues coming up recently with, with the property damage claim portion of it. As I've mentioned before, a lawyer, personal injury lawyer on car accidents will typically do two things for you. We'll take care of the property damage and then take care of the bodily injury part of it. On the property damage, some issues have been coming up, and so I wanted to address those today. It's always important, the first step when you're in an accident, obviously, you go to the side of the road where it's safe, all of that kind of stuff. But more specifically for the accident, for the property damage, what you want to do is, if you have the option, take your vehicle to a place, for example, your home, if you have room there. If you know somebody who has some extra land, you can leave it there. Have it taken to one of those places. You don't want to take it to a truck wrecker facility. Sometimes what happens is that you take it there, and then they start charging you $25, $30 per day, and that is not a problem if the issue of liability and the insurance company picking up the tab, if they respond right away. But most of the time nowadays, 90% of the time, it takes a couple of weeks at least before the adjuster for the insurance company will go out and evaluate the claim. So now you're looking at 2 weeks worth of impound fees. So if you can avoid it, avoid it. If it's not avoidable and you have nowhere to take the vehicle, then obviously our only choice is to take it there. And so our next part then is to try to get this thing resolved as soon as possible. Now, some of the issues that have come up that I've hear clients talk about is, once the adjuster goes out there and let's say they declare it a total loss, well, as we all know, a car is one of the worst investments, because as soon as you drive it off the lot, it starts to depreciate. And so because of that, even if you, let's say, you have a brand new car and you only had it 1 month and you get in an accident, well, the insurance company is going to go and say, well, it's a total loss, but we're only giving you the actual cash value of the vehicle. And so the actual cash value is determined based on a few different items. In particular, the age, the mileage, the normal wear and tear of the vehicle. So if a lot of times there's nothing much we can do about that, of what the adjuster estimates that the total loss value is. Now, if you can afford to buy gap insurance, that's always a plus, so that if there's any kind of lapse in coverage, and then your gap insurance will come in and cover the rest. But a lot of times, that's not an option that's available to most people. If the car is repairable, then it's important to get the vehicle to a credible place, somewhere that they're going to evaluate it properly, and somewhere where that the work is going to be done correctly. That's important because sometimes there's mom and pop stores or mom and pop car repair facilities that are not that won't be accepted by the insurance company. They want to know that the car is really being taken care of. So that's important to do that. There's another little element to this, what's called a diminished value claim. And what happens there is that the diminished value allows insurance claims, the owners, to recover the difference between a car's pre-accident value and its value after repairs. Now, when people try to do this on their own, they have very little luck. They have to go normally through their lawyer to make this claim, and it's not a guarantee. It's very difficult. It's like pulling teeth sometimes, but the diminished value is an available option. So, but in order to do that, you've got to be able to have your car evaluated by some sort of an expert, a independent adjuster that will go out and evaluate the vehicle and say that, you know, the vehicle was worth this much before and now it's worth this much. There's a difference there. That's the diminished value. And those all have to be documented and reported so that the lawyer can submit all that documentation and make that claim on your behalf. Those are a few of the items that have come up recently and that I've been hearing a lot about. And, you know, and again, a lot of clients are frustrated because they say, well, you know, I need a vehicle. What am I going to do in the meantime? And 90% of the time, the defendants, the adverse party's insurance will offer you a rental. So if the car is declared a total loss, normally an insurance company will pay a rental for up to 7 days. And it's usually around $25 per day. Now, the car is repairable. They will usually cover a rental for about 30 days. And same thing, it's about $25 per day. So, you know, unfortunately, we can't go get a Ferrari, but, you know, we can get something to drive us around. So those are some of the important things that happen on the property damage part of it. If you have any questions or any comments, again, just feel free to click to comment on Facebook or on YouTube, and I'll be happy to respond and answer any questions you might have. Thank you again for watching the Lopez Law Group. We are here to fight. We are here to fight fast, and we're here to get results that give our clients a lot of money in their pockets. Thank you very much.